A message from Prime Minister Kamla Persad Bissessar. I again call on Caricom for transparency on the surreptitious and odious process used to reappoint SG BARNETT. Trinidad and Tobago remains committed to Caricom, but until this matter is transparently resolved, the organization and its secretariat should absolutely expect no quarter from my government. This is not a simple run-of-the-mill administrative appointment. It's an appointment with long-term ramifications for my citizens. It's an appointment that directly affects the future over the coming 5 years of Trinidad and Tobago's economy, security, integration, and foreign affairs. Therefore, in the interest of my citizens' well-being, I will mercilessly, relentlessly, and if needed, ruthlessly publicly prosecute this matter until transparency is achieved. Therefore, I again call on Caricom for answers on the surreptitious and odious process used to reappoint Caricom's Secretary-General BARNETT. On March 25, 2026, the Honorable Sean Sobers, Minister of Foreign and Caricom Affairs, wrote to Caricom Chairman, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, formally placing on record Trinidad and Tobago's objection to the reappointment of Dr. Carla BARNETT as Secretary-General of Caricom. Our concern is straightforward. The proposed reappointment was not included on the provisional agenda for the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government in St. Kitts and Nevis, was not considered during plenary, and was reportedly addressed only during the Heads of Government retreat, boat ride to Nevis, from which Trinidad and Tobago and other member states were excluded through their authorized representatives. This raises serious concerns to the use of improper procedures to circumvent the process and facilitate Barnett's reappointment. Trinidad and Tobago therefore maintains that the reappointment was not undertaken in accordance with Article 24 of the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, which requires formal consideration and appointment by the conference. This position was reaffirmed on March 27 when Minister Sobers, in his statement to Parliament, formally recorded Trinidad and Tobago's objection and noted that the action appeared ultra vires Article 24. To ensure full transparency, further letters dated March 31, 2026, were sent to Prime Minister Drew and directly to the Secretary-General seeking clarification on the process followed. These letters requested details on when and how the matter was placed on draft agendas, what communications were issued to member states, whether governments were informed following the joint communiqué and closing press conference, and whether any draft decision was circulated confidentially after the retreat. They also sought an explanation for any confidentiality surrounding the matter, given the importance of preserving member state confidence in Caricom's rules of procedure and collective decision-making. Further, on March 31, 2026, the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Foreign and Caricom Affairs wrote to H.E. Janice Miller, Chef de Cabinet, Office of the Secretary-General, formally requesting clarification and documentation regarding the reappointment of the Caricom's Secretary-General. The letter noted that previous reappointments, such as in 2016, adhered to proper procedures, with decisions recorded and reflecting the views of all heads of government. The Permanent Secretary emphasized that the current process appears not to have conformed to Caricom's rules of procedure. To date, no response has been received. The people of Trinidad and Tobago who finance 22% of Caricom's budget deserve transparency, accountability, and faithful adherence to agreed rules.